Welcome, everyone, to another Wednesday Road to Success. Here we are at 7 p.m. tonight. We want to thank everyone for coming on and joining us. It's exciting that we are partnering with New Worlds Reading. And let me introduce to you our education chair. Well, actually, we'll start with Carolyn Nelson Godard, our president, who will throw it to the chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's edition of Road to Success, where we endeavor to provide you with information that will not only help you professionally, but personally as well. In this case, it's information about how you, as a parent or caregiver, can procure books for your home library for your child, your children, your grandchildren, nieces and nephews who are in need of additional and supplemental reading materials. And if you're a bibliophile like me, we all need more books. So today you'll learn how to get them. I'll start out with introducing the members of the executive committee, the board of directors, and our staff who are able to join us this evening. As usual, I'll go in the order that I see you so that I don't miss anybody, but that's no guarantee. You've already met Karen Mazzola, our Vice President for Educational Development. Next, I have Felita Tutt, our Education Chair.
Good evening, everyone.
Melanie Williams, our State Secretary.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Kay Hawkins, our Central Region Representative. Long time no see, Kay.
Hey, everyone.
Katie Murphy, our Resolutions Chair.
Thank you all for coming on and finding out more about books.
Maxine Lewis, President-elect.
Hello, everyone.
Tiffany Graham, Duval County Council President.
Hello, everybody.
Who else I'm missing? Ooh, that looks like it. All righty. So those are the members of our executive committee and board of directors who are with us this evening. I don't see any staff members, although we did have a couple of them earlier this evening. So lean in, learn a lot, work on that home library because it only serves to enrich our children. And especially if you read with them, it enriches both your lives. I'm going to kick it over to Felita to take us away.
Good evening again, everyone. As Madam President stated, I'm Felita Tutt, the Education Chair for Florida PTA. We would like to welcome Erica Fritz Oaks and Jennifer Perez from New Worlds Reading. Okay, ladies, take it over.
Thank you, Felita. As she introduced, my name is Erica Fritz Oaks, and I am with the New Worlds Reading Initiative. I am our engagement manager for the state of Florida, and I am joined tonight by my colleague, Jennifer Perez, who is our engagement coordinator and serves the Tampa Bay area and that south west coast area. So we are really excited to be able to join you this evening, and I will start us out with a little video that has a student who is actually one of our New Worlds Reading participants, and she is interviewing some of actual Florida professionals. So please take a look. Jen, we don't have any sound.
Engineer in the space industry. To describe your job in one word, I describe it as exciting.
Impactful. Fall in love with the book. I've done my job.
Probably furry. What's your favorite part of your job?
Probably cuddling with puppies and kitties, but also making
I play in a different
that I get.
And it seems like our sound is not aligning, but Jen has dropped the link in our chat, so please feel free to take a look, and we will keep on moving. So a little bit about the Lastinger Center and New Worlds Reading. So the New Worlds Reading Initiative is administered by the Lastinger Center at the University of Florida. And at the UF Lastinger Center for Learning, our mission is to improve the quality of teaching, learning, and caregiving. We research, develop, and scale equitable educational innovations for adults and children that put all learners on a trajectory for lifelong success. In 2022, we celebrated our 20th year in operation. And we're really proud that throughout our time, we have always provided those supports for students and educators in learning literacy and mathematics. In 2021, the center was honored to be named as administrator of the New Worlds Reading Initiative. And this allowed us to continue our work to support our students and educators and extend our reach for learning supports to families and caregivers. For New Worlds Reading Initiative, we have our vision for that project as well. And so you can see on our screen that we have multiple areas that we look to support and grow. Our first area for our vision is to create at-home libraries for VPK through 5th grade children who are not yet reading on grade level based on eligibility criteria for the program. And we'll dive a little deeper into that soon. We also look to build caregivers' confidence and capacity when they're supporting their children's reading at home. So we love to provide and have developed strategies, tips, and tools that encourage meaningful engagement around literacy at home. We recognize and value partnerships. And so we are so thankful for our current partnerships with organizations like your own for the Florida PTA. And we look to continue to grow more partnerships and develop more relationships and collaborate with other organizations as well throughout the state. We build excitement and have launched a statewide promotional campaign in several of our Florida regions. We're currently still in the phase of building awareness because we encounter so many educators and families who have not heard about New Worlds Reading yet. So we just continue to build awareness, and we like to be out there, boots on the ground, growing the word of New Worlds Reading. And finally, we are developing teachers through professional development. So we have the New Worlds Reading professional learning opportunities, as well as micro-credentials to create that home to school connection around literacy and develop those teacher experts in the science of reading. Next, we'll take a look at our eligibility criteria. So for New Worlds Reading, to be eligible for this program, you must be a Florida public or charter school student in grades VPK through 2nd grade who are scoring below the 40th percentile on the FAST Star Early Literacy or FAST Star Early Reading, or a student who is grades 3 through 5 who are scoring below a level 3 on the FAST assessment, or any K through 5 students who receive that tier 2 or tier 3 reading intervention support. And that's reported to the state from the school district. I always love to share with our stakeholders some testimonials, and we love receiving testimonials and feedback from our students and our families that we serve. And if you read this one here, I'll give you a moment. But this was provided by a student who is currently participating in New Worlds Reading. One thing that we do consistently hear from our children and families that participate is that they love getting the book in the mail. We always address them directly to the child. So they get their own piece of mail with their name on it. It's a package that arrives in a really colorful package with the New Worlds Reading logos all over it. And the kids always say, oh, it feels like it's Christmas, or it's like my birthday every time a new package shows up and I get a gift of a book. And just hearing the excitement in their voice. And we've had parents say that even when they get the email, they're able to track the package. And so the child like checks mom's phone every every day, oh, is the package coming today? No, it's tomorrow. They just get so excited about that. And I love hearing that children are excited to receive books and excited to read the books once they arrive. And one reason that the children are so excited about these books is that they're actually able to select the book that during the application process. We're able to provide a wide range of high quality books because of our partnership with the world's largest book publisher and distributor for children's books, and that's Scholastic. So we also work in collaboration with the Florida Department of Education to develop our growing book list. So they help us to select the books that are included in our program. Books include both fiction and nonfiction, and they cover a wide variety of genres and topics that appeal to students' interests. Our books are also available in English, Spanish, Haitian Creole, and Braille. And this year, we're giving students and families of kindergarten through 5th grade the opportunity to select book sets based on specific titles and interests. So during the application process, which Jennifer will review with you later, they actually get to see the pictures of the covers of the books, and they get to select from those sets of books which ones really pique their interest. And I think that that is so valuable, because when we all know that when children have choice, that really is such a motivator for them to really look forward to receiving those books that they've chosen. And as I mentioned before, each book is delivered to the child, and it also comes with an interactive reading guide, which we'll take a peek at a little bit. But each guide contains reading tips, vocabulary, questions to discuss during reading, and other related activities. So we're going to take a little look at our data. We estimate that over 960,000 Florida students are eligible to participate in New Worlds Reading. Since we've started the program and started shipping books in December of 2021, we have served over 330 students so far. And we have shipped over 5.4 million books to students across Florida. And although that sounds like a lot of books and a lot of kiddos that we've been able to reach, we know that we have a lot of work to go so that we can ensure that all 960,000 of those eligible kiddos start getting our books and resources and start benefiting from growing their home libraries. One thing to note is once a student is enrolled, they remain enrolled, and they will receive 9 books per year until they complete 5th grade. So even when their reading scores improve, which is our goal, right? We want these extra materials at home. We want to be working at home with our kiddos so that their reading scores improve. They will still be remaining in the program and still rewarded by receiving these books each month until they complete 5th grade. In the fall, we shipped to every school and every VPK provider enrollment flyers. And so you may have already seen a flyer similar to this one come home in the fall. If not, keep your eyes peeled, because we are sending a second shipment of flyers to all of our schools and all of our VPK providers this spring again. So keep your eyes open. You should be expecting a flyer probably sometime next month. So if you don't see one, you might want to ask your child's teacher or ask the principal or somebody at the school who would receive that shipment. Say, hey, have you seen the New Worlds flyers? Because we're looking for them. We want to make sure that they go out so that we can enroll all of our kiddos that are eligible. And I'm going to pass on to my colleague Jennifer to talk about the engagement opportunities that we have through New Worlds Reading.
Good evening. My name is Jennifer Perez. I am the New Worlds Reading Engagement Coordinator for Region 4. Like Erica said, it's the Tampa Bay area. All the way to Manatee, Sarasota, and Hillsborough. So we're going to introduce to you all the event opportunities that New Worlds Reading has to offer. So keep your ears open to see if this is something that you would like to have at your school or your community organization. So here we go. Let me introduce you to our team. We have our fabulous Erica. She's over here in this picture. She's actually conducting a family literacy night. You notice that there is complimentary food, crayons, activities, stickers, and those interactive activities that come with the New Worlds Reading book. And so she's actually hosting a family literacy night. Then we have Miss Lourdes all the way in Miami-Dade area. She's doing a read aloud to some children. Mercedes in the Martin area, she's interacting with school personnel. We have Nasika in Gainesville representing Alberta and Albert. And those of you that do not know that, those are our Gator, Go Gators mascots. And myself, and this is at the Manatee Bishop Moore Museum. So remember, it's not just schools. We can go to different organizations, churches, health fairs, parks. And then our Shelly specialist, she's all the way in the Panhandle. So from Panhandle to Monroe, we can come and host an event or co-host an event in your school or organization. And some of the activities that I just mentioned are highlighted over here. We do literacy nights. We call them nights, but they can also be during the day on Saturdays. We do classroom read alouds. We do Parent Academy webinars, caregiver workshops, and more. And we're going to look at exactly what each event entails. Please jot down our website if you would like to visit the website and email us as well. This is an example of our family literacy event. So for this event, if you are thinking that you would like the audience to be children as well as their caregivers and families, like the whole family, the aunties, the tias, everyone can come. This is the event that you should be jotting down. This event, we usually begin with a New Worlds reading presentation. Then we have our read aloud, our 2 or 3 book activities. And then the families get to interact with the children with the books that we have provided. There is options for complimentary food, and everything that they have, you see here, the pencils, the stickers, everything is included, provided by New Worlds Reading. Okay, we will see Erica. She's doing an activity where she's actually adding stinky. This is a Ted Arnold Fly Guy book, and she's adding stinky words to the soup. She's making a recipe. So this is hands-on interaction, families and children. You can see this is the completed activity sheet of the children. They have done a wonderful job making their connection with literacy and making it personable. And then we have Mercedes. She's doing a read aloud with the children using one of our books, The Little Butterfly That Could. And this was a fabulous book that was actually used during the Celebrate Literacy Week. And so if you have heard of it, this book is on New Worlds Reading. And this is the book that Mercedes was reading. So if you would like for us to host or co-host a family literacy event, this is what you are going to expect. Then we have another option, a caregiver workshop. And just like the name states, this is a workshop for the audience of adults. So this is, if you're thinking, okay, we're going to do like a summer parent university, or you're thinking more virtual and you would like to do a caregiver workshop virtually where parents log in from their own home, or they all meet at the school and we log in virtually, all possibilities can exist. But this audience is particularly for adults. And in this event, the New Worlds Reading team member will come and teach the parent and guardians exact skills based on the science of reading that they can go and use in the moment at home with their children. So they are made for the working family. So it's not going to be like a long, elaborate, weird jargon. It's going to be real in the moment. And the parents can go home and practice exactly what they are learning. And I see a question, and I will get to that as soon as I finish the event selection. And so we will answer that question in the chat. So this is a great opportunity to expand the knowledge of literacy skills for your parents and family members and guardians. And this is an event tabling. Now, this one is for an example, you are hosting a health fair, you're having the October Fall Fair, or you're doing a progress monitoring 1, 2, or 3 data night, and you just want your school or your community organization to be aware of this fabulous free reading program that New Worlds Reading offers. So you will see here Nasika, she's interacting with parents, letting the parents open up the books. We provide an array of books that parents can see and touch and see, oh, is this what my child's going to receive? And then we have parents actually enrolling at the moment. So this is a great opportunity for parents to enroll and ask us questions of, oh, I don't know how to do this. We can assist them in the moment. Here I am, and I was tabling at an event for educators so that they could know about our educator resources that are all free. And then we have Lourdes in Miami. She was celebrating literacy and letting all the people down in Miami know about this fabulous program that has English, Spanish, and Haitian Creole Braille materials. And Nasika over in Alachua helping other family members enroll their children at the moment. So this is an event tabling. This is for outreach for information. So think of event tabling as a way to get us in the door. And then we have the family literacy night for engagement, so the children and the parents, and then the caregiver workshop for a more fine-tuned refinement of literacy skills for the families and caregivers. So let me address the question that we have in our chat. Do you provide the financial means for items such as food, custodian costs at school? So we do cover the New Worlds Reading if we have enough time to plan and we have all the logistics set up, which we do a really good job of planning everything. We create the event flyer, the RSVP, and the digital material that you can use and post on your social media to acquire all the families to come to the event. We will provide the food, and that includes drinks, napkins, for example, when I did a breakfast for moms, it included coffee. So everything that comes with the food. We provide the complimentary food, the complimentary books, the pencils, the crayons, those items. The custodial costs are not included, or the cost of volunteers. So like if we were to have a 150 RSVP family event, we would request the school organization to have volunteers to help Erica and I, for example, pass out 150 books and or 150 crayons and a sandwich or whatever is the meal that is provided. So those volunteer personnel, we would not cover their costs nor the custodians. Was that the only question? Yes. Okay. But the food, the books, the activities, the crayons, and everything else, the New Worlds Reading does provide it complimentary. Okay, and all right, here we go. So let me introduce each of our engagement specialists. So if you are in the Panhandle area, we have Miss Shelley. This is her email, and these are the specific districts that she serves. So take a look at it, take out your phone, and document the name of the engagement specialist. We have Nasika in North Central, so like Seminole. I saw some Seminole people. So go Sanford Middle. I used to teach there. Mercedes, she is in the Martin Glades area. We have our brand new Janine Davis. She is in the Duval area. That's why there's not a picture of her yet, because she is about to jump into the new world and have her own event. So we will add a photo of her as soon as we have one. But Miss Janine is serving the Duval area, and I in Jennifer Perez in South Central, and Miss Lourdes in the Miami-Dade Broward area. Please take a moment to scan or add this on your phone and save it on your bookmark or your device. This is a very fast way to quickly request an event specialist to attend an event. So say you're thinking, okay, August, we want to do a back to school. We're going to have all this activity. I want to have Jennifer Perez go table at the outside of my school and let parents know with flyers and materials and information. And so I can go, you would just do an event request and it comes through to us, and then we can start planning your event and hopefully coincide in your organization's planning. Okay, so that's the fastest way. Of course, you could always email us directly and we can do it in that fashion as well. But this is like the most direct fashion. Okay, so I hope everyone took a picture of that, and Erica was kind enough to drop a link into the chat so you can save that as well and share it with anybody that you know that would benefit and has children from VPK to 5th grade. All right, this is the exciting part because this is the New Worlds Reading application. So you guys are going to get a peek into what it looks like to actually apply. So here we go. First of all, this is our website. So if you go over here, you will see our family resources, totally free, educator resources, any questions about tax credit, all the financial money world, that's right over there. And then our most frequent answers and questions. In this section, almost every question you can think of, we've tried to answer for you. And then notice that we have this in English, Spanish, and Haitian Creole. So if a family member needs a different language, they just click over there. So the family member will, in their cell phone or their device or their or at home, they can just click on the apply now. And here we're about to begin the application. The first thing you will notice is that the first information that we need is the family caregiver's legal name. And some people have a phone number, some people have an email. Ideally, we would like both, but one or the other is sufficient. And just making sure that the name is the legal name, because we are, needing to match information. It's always important to have the legal name. My nieces and nephews call me Ray Ray, but if you were to look up Ray Ray, there is no such Ray Ray. I am Jennifer Perez, and so that would be what I would write. And then we have the student information. So notice that we are not asking any like information of finances or anything like that. This is not a program that requests that information. We again ask for the legal first name. And so, for example, I'll use my family member. My daughter's Jira Rose. And so I would write Jira Rose, although her cousins call her Roro. We would not write Roro, we would write Jira Rose. And then the birth date, her grade level. And some of these questions are optional. You can either answer them if you feel comfortable, or if you prefer not to say, you do not have to say. So if the parent is like, oh no, I forgot the student ID, it's okay. This is optional, as well as race, ethnicity. And very important here, this grade level. So say you have a family member who has a child in VPK. If they're completing the enrollment today, they need to write down that the child is in VPK, because if they say, oh, they're going to be in kindergarten, well, where is the child at the moment? So if you're filling an application in May, where is your child in May? So if you're a 4th grader, then you would put 4th grade. If you're a VPK, you would put VPK. Okay. And if you have any questions, just let me know, and we will try, Erica and I will try to answer them. And then, of course, this is where I love this, because if people love to have access to different languages, you can choose the type of books. And remember that if you choose for your first year, you want Spanish books because you want your child to connect to Spanish. But then in year 3, you're like, you know what, I'm going to switch it to English, or they're learning French in their classroom. They can go to Haitian Creole. So they can change the language, but this is the moment that you select the language. And the language that you select is how the first book, like Erica said, will come in the name of the child, and that language will be the one that the books arrive in, or that will be written in that language. And then we are nosy. We kind of want to know, how did you hear about us? So ideally, we would like it to be events, because we're engagement specialists. We want to be at your events, but we do have radio, social media messaging. So you might hear New Worlds Reading on the radio. So that's where the parent will select how they heard about us. And this is what Erica was telling you, how children can select book sets. So say the child is with the family member, they're like, I'm really into science. My teacher's teaching me about science and I'm really into insects. They would click over here and select this book set. Or if they're like, you know what, I would prefer more a story about dogs, like more of a fiction, a chapter book, they would select this one. And remember that you get your 9 books. Even if you enroll like in April, so say your child enrolls in April, it's not that you're just going to get April and May. They're going to get all the 9 books that they have that are backlogged, and so that's really important. And we're going to give you a date that you're going to write down because it's very important to enroll before this. And that's of course if we have matched their eligibility criteria. And so this is very popular. This is the book I was talking about, the Fly Guy. He is very funny and cartoon, and a lot of children connect with him. And then, so they would select which type of humor or fascinating people and places, and they would make a choice. And you, as you know, student choice and student voice are very important because when children have, they feel ownership, that produces an intrinsic motivation that makes the child feel and own their learning, and they will make also great conversation to have with family members and siblings. Because if a book comes in where there's 4 children in the family and they're all eligible, that's 4 different sets of books at different grade levels so that they can have family discussion. So just imagine the amount of conversation that can occur from that. And a lot of people like dinosaurs. My son is very into dinosaurs, so he would probably select this. And there's that book that I told you about, Celebrate Literacy. It's right here. And speaking of that, if you in January every year Celebrate Literacy occurs, so make sure you book us early because we can go do read alouds with whatever is the Celebrate Literacy book of the year, and we can go do read alouds at your school. And this is like the part that we need to have the correct mailing address. And so you would select where you want the books to be shipped. So this is to the home of the child. And then you agree with these terms, and then you submit. So if Erica and I are tabling at an event and a parent is like, oh, I don't want to type this in, I have 2 kids, I can't type it, Erica and I can sit there and we can do every single step except this button. Oh, not that. Sorry, I went back. Where it says submit. So this is an opt-in program. So the caregiver and family member has to select that they are submitting it, but Erica and I or any other specialist can do the typing for the parent or guardian. Okay, so let's go from the top. The first thing we need to do is apply. So the caregiver applies either through the QR or going on the website. And I see a question, I'm about to answer it. Yes, ma'am. Eligibility verification. Erica has shared with you what is our eligibility criteria. So once the person submits 1 application, they do not need to submit more. 1 and done. And then you wait. And you wait and you gather a lot of patience because as Erica said, we do use for K through 5th grade, the FAST-STAR early assessment. And then for VPK as well. And so sometimes we're working like a little bit behind. So it's just a moment of you submit it and then you just wait patiently. And hopefully in about 10 plus weeks, you will have your book, but we will send you communications through email so that you're aware of what's going on. And then you, like I said, you just sit, and it says 6 to 8 weeks, but it might take a little bit longer. So although we use fast, it is not fast. So you're going to have to be a little bit patient. And then you'll start receiving your free books at your door that are the 9 books. And that's what we're saying. It will backlog and like send you all the 9 books. So the question that is asked is already answered. So the question was, if for those of you that can't read the chat, can the books be delivered to the school of our unhoused families or families in transitions? And Miss Erica answered, yes, if the school is able to receive the books for families in transition, that is A-okay with us. And so schools have done that. Thank you for asking that question. It's a very important question. And here we go. If you have any questions about the application process, please let us know and we will try to answer your questions.
And we've also had instances, we've had books where we ship them to the school, when the school has said that it is okay. We have shipped to different churches or faith-based places. We have shipped to shelters of families who are, temporarily residing somewhere like that. So any place that is a consistent location, we've shipped to other family members. Any place that is a consistent address for a family, we're able to ship wherever the family needs.
Yes. And now Erica is going to talk to us about our fabulous family resources.
Absolutely. So, in addition to the books, we ship interactive reading guides to families. We also on our website house the interactive reading guides. We have videos with tips for families. We send out text messages with some reading tips and strategies that we share with our families when you provide your phone number on the application. And then we also have on our website a resource clearinghouse with other programs that support literacy that are free for families to enroll or participate. We're going to dig into our website a little bit. So if you look on that upper left-hand corner, there is a section that says Family Resources. If you click there, you'll see a page that looks like this, where you can access the reading guides, our bookmarks and activities, as well as the videos. If you click on the reading guides, it will take you to a list of books. You can either scroll through and check out all of the books, or if there is one in particular that you are looking for, you can type it into that search by book title area, and it will bring up the book that you are looking for. At that point, you can download the reading guide that goes along with that book. So here we have Who Would Win? Alligator versus Python. When you click the download, it will bring up the interactive reading guide for you to take a look at. Here you can see it gives you a book synopsis. It provides an opportunity to, in this particular guide, it focuses on our text features. So it has the families can work together to really take a look at this book and find the different text features that are highlighted, such as the heading or photographs, illustrations, maps. And it has you look for them, identify what page, and then what facts did you learn using that text feature. It also has an area about creating your successful reading habits. And if you take a look on the next pages, they have questions to ask to help you check your understanding, making those connections to the text, as well as looking at key vocabulary words, and then an opportunity for our children to identify fact versus opinion. And so they can pull out those facts about the animals, including size and speed, their texture of skin, and then they get to form an opinion based on all of these facts that they have taken in. Who do they think would win? Would it be the alligator or the python? All of our reading guides are book specific, like this one. We have other items such as our bookmarks that you can see here that are available on our website. And those have more general book discussion and different question prompts that can be applied to a variety of different books. So those are not book specific. Also on the website, they have, you all can access for free videos with different tips for strategies to apply, including use of child-friendly vocabulary, creating reading routines, decoding multisyllabic words, or how to ask open-ended questions. And every month we're adding new videos to our library here online so that you can check back frequently and learn some new things to apply with your children at home. Here's one for grades 3 through 5 for creating reading routines, but we will keep moving along, but feel free to go and visit when you have a moment and to check out our different videos. And Jennifer has dropped the link to that video in the chat, but there's many more at newworldsreading.com. And I will pass back to Jennifer for our educator resources.
Thank you, Erica. And I just saw something fabulous. And Erica is going to put the parent and family caregiver testimonial link. We love, L-O-V-E-E-E-E, love to hear from our families. And so I just saw that we have a fan. And so if you have the possibility, we would love at your earliest convenience for you to tell us about all your feedback that you have for our program. And so we appreciate that. And tell your daughter that we appreciate and love that she loves books. And that makes us smile. And yes, thank you, Ms. Katie. We want to be helpful with our families. We want to meet families where they are. And that's why I always try to say it's not just schools, because sometimes we talk a lot about schools because, of course, that's where our children are for like 8 hours a day. But we also go to different organizations and locations. So let's talk about educator resources. And the reason that I think it's, Erica and I think it's very important that you see this is because, as you know, parents, we have the ear and our direct line to the teacher. You know, you're in the driveway pickup, you're walking your child, you're going on the bike, however you pick up your child from school or the bus drops them off, you are interacting with your child. And a lot of our flyers, not a lot, let me take that back. All schools and VPK providers were shipped. All elementary schools and VPK providers were shipped flyers. And so if the flyer does not get into your child's backpack or into your hands, then you wouldn't know about us unless you came to this event. So we are really wanting to you make sure that you spread the news to your friends and your family, but also to educators. And what better way than to do that by saying, hey, look at this section of our website. It's completely free. They do not have to pay any monthly or download if you download, you have to pay this, nothing. It is completely free. And it is all, we work in correlation with the Florida Department of Education. So if they want to know that, check, we do. So at first, you're gonna click on Educator Resources, and you can download the school toolkit or the district toolkit. And that's very important because schools are going to have their own way of reaching out to families and caregivers, and districts are going to have different languages. So you just download here so that you can get specific scripts, like a phone script of a teacher calling a parent, or an email from the principal to the teachers, or from the district to all the superintendents. So all of this is done. You do not have to recreate the wheel. We have a whole team who sits there and thinks of the best way to communicate with family and community organizations. And so make sure you download those toolkits because everything is provided, included imagery. And we're going to take a look at them later because sometimes, you're going to write a message and you want a really cool photo. We already have provided the photos and the imagery, and you have all permission to use it and put it in your school platform, however your district and school communicates, and make sure you grab their attention with those really nice images and photos. So I'm a teacher and I need an activity, and I'm like, well, I know that New Worlds Reading has all their books approved by the Florida Department of Education. Let me just go type in right here in the search button, and I want to look up a book about resilience and perseverance and bravery. Well, guess what? You were going to download. I know that they talk about everything awesome about sharks, but I'm going to go to my favorite, Going Places. And this book all the way on the bottom is all about resilience. And we're really trying to instill resilience and perseverance in our children. So you would download either the one for parents or teacher or both, and you would have the interactive reading guide, all for free. This is an example about the sharks and other underwater creatures book. And you will see how it aligns to Florida best standards. So if you're a teacher here right now, you're an educator, bing, this aligns with the best standards. And we have exactly which standard it is. We have the ELL and SWD suggestions, which is very important. And we also have the connection to science of reading. So all of this is evidence-based and has been approved to use in the state of Florida. You have examples of how to do vocabulary. We have the before, during, and after. And of course, again, we have the link to how they connect with the best standards. And these are all free. Let me say this again, free. Just go in the website and download them. And here we have our toolkits. Erica and I, we like everything on the website. There's so many things, but this is huge because say I'm a brand new teacher and I'm like, okay, I want to communicate to my parents that we have New Worlds Reading, or say you are a parent and you're working with the SAC department, the SAC committee, and you want to communicate this wonderful program. Oh, now you have to sit and think about what to write. No, you do not. All you have to do is go to our website or use your mobile device and scan the QR, and you can go to the district, the school, or community. If you're a community organization member, that's different language, different wording. We have it all. We have logos, images, social graphics. We even have ideas of how to use those social media like hashtags. We have a whole department that works just on this. So sample emailing messaging, everything is right here. So make sure you save this and bookmark it so you have it at your fingertips. And it's all free. And at this moment, Miss Erica is going to talk to you about the Regional Partners Program.
Thanks, Jen. So the University of Florida Lastinger Center, we completely understand that our success is deeply rooted in our partnerships and our relationships with our schools, districts, early learning coalitions, community organizations, our organizations just like our PTA and other statewide entities, that it's critical to our success of the program. And I can't stress that enough. And we envision numerous different opportunities to partner with education and nonprofit organizations at both the state level and then also within our individual communities. And this helps us to really scale the program, right? Because as we shared, there's 6 of us on our engagement team, and there's no way that 6 of us can serve all 960,000 eligible students at the same time. And so really, partnering with you all, partnering with our schools, partnering with, other organizations is paramount to the success of reaching all of our eligible students and ensuring that they all receive these valuable resources and have access to a home library. We also have partnered with many organizations, including the YMCA and Children's Home Society, just to name a couple, and they have the ability to host events just like our engagement team does. And so if you are approached by one of our community regional partners, feel free to also partner with them and host one of our, caregiver workshops or our community literacy events. They are able to provide the same things as us. They provide the free meal, the free books, the free activities, all of the things that we are able to offer as well. So don't feel like you have to have us at your school. Feel free to have one of them join too. We're all working together for the same mission, under the same vision, to provide those opportunities for children and families to engage together around literacy. Another opportunity that is not administered by us, but by Step Up for Student, is the New World Scholarship Accounts. The scholarship accounts offer access to education savings accounts worth up to $500 each. And they help pay for tuition and fees related to part-time tutoring, summer and after-school programs designed to improve literacy and mathematics skills. You can also utilize that funding toward laptops, tablets, and so much more. So please also share about this opportunity from Step Up for Students. Many of the same eligibility criteria for the New Worlds Reading Initiative book delivery program also it's similar with the Step Up New World Scholarship accounts. So, and Jennifer dropped the link in the chat to go to their website and learn more about that opportunity. So as we're reaching an end to the evening, you're probably wondering, well, this is such a great opportunity. How can I help? Well, let me tell you, we are just really looking for that support of getting the word out. And so, you know, we'd really love for you to help get eligible students to apply, whether it's your own family or friends or your children or your neighbors. So please have them go to newworldsreading.com and fill out the application. I always say, when in doubt, it can't hurt to apply. So if you don't know if your child or your family member is eligible, it doesn't hurt to fill out the application. You saw it's quick and easy. And once you apply, we keep the application on file. So if the child ever becomes eligible in the future, each time we receive new progress monitoring data from the state, we rerun all of the applications in our pool. And if at that time they're eligible, you'll get an email and start receiving the books in the future. Please be an ambassador for the program. And so as I shared those toolkits in the chat, please, please, please use the information that we have already created there. We have all kinds of things that Jennifer shared, from email templates to phone scripts and social media things already drafted out. It's as simple as copy paste. So if you have any newsletters that go out from your PTA, or if you have your own social media, please share with the families. And then also follow us on social media. We have our handles there for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. We are constantly posting, so please share our posts to help get the word out in your circles as well. And we have a few moments left for any questions, but we really appreciate your time tonight and your participation and the ability to share with you. And thank you, Felita and Karen, for inviting us.
Well, I tell you, it was a wonderful job. Is there any questions in the chat?
Just one
I
last
just
one. Looks
wanna
like
push,
Mary
push,
was
push.
asking. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
It looks like Mary was asking if the presentation will be placed in the PTA recordings.
Absolutely, within a couple days.
Thank you.
This one and all past ones.
I don't see
Thank you.
any
I
other
was gonna
questions,
say,
Karen.
I don't either. I just want to say I like to push the free aspect, and I feel like I've said this a million times that PTAs are starving for programs, you know, new and unique, or to supplement what they already have, which this certainly does for literacy nights. Or I love the back to school event, think open house, all the place where just a ton of families come, and for your county council trainings too, that you guys have in person in the fall, the winter, and the spring usually. Bring New Worlds that can push it out to all the schools in your neighborhoods, in your county. I think, you know, we're just starting with PTA. We want to thank New Worlds for being a child advocate sponsor for our convention. So you will see them there and guide people over to their table. And I'll give it back to Felita. Thank you.
Okay. Madam President, do you have any final remarks? Okay. Maybe she's not there. But again, thank you everyone for joining. Thank you, Jennifer and Erica, for that great presentation. And I see Madam President to give us some final remarks and reminders for upcoming events.
Hey there, I'm back. Thank you everyone for joining this evening. I don't know about you, but I'm gonna go grab a book. We have lots of good things coming up for you, including our premier event, Leadership Convention, July 18th through 21st. On May 4th, we have our Reflections program, which will take place in Orlando at Lake Nona High School. What else are we missing, Karen and Melanie? Probably something, but check the PTA website and the calendar on our homepage, and you'll see lots of exciting, engaging events that will bring you information and opportunities. Thanks again for being here.
Thank you so much.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. See you at Leadership Conference.
Bye,
Looking
Mary.
Good night.